Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we want to give you information about Nova Market, which is Nayak's solution for merchants venturing into micro markets and how you can boost your sales. All the information about Nova Market is also available for you, of course, in the Nayax University. If you have any question during this session, please write them in the chat or in the Q&A area, and we will answer them all, maybe during the session, but for sure in the end of this session. So feel free to ask as many questions as you want. We are here for that. And some of you may not be Nayax customers yet, so we want to show you who we are, who Nayax is. So Nayax is a global fintech company, and for the past 16 years, we've been providing a complete solution for cashless payments, telemetry, and management systems, meaning we are giving different merchants both the software and the hardware solution to manage cashless transactions and manage your entire operation at ease. We work with different operators in vending, unattended, retail, and EV businesses, reducing operational costs and increasing sales by 30%. Olivier, how do we do that exactly?
So thank you, Mayan. Actually, with Nayax, operators and merchants can manage all aspects of their business. We started by attending to the unattended, but now we offer solutions for retailers, EV charging, and even for amusement centers. Our mission is to offer solutions for every size of business and help them grow. And actually, no matter whether it's a business with a single location or an operation with hundreds of locations, we give them tools. And now Nova Market is just one of the many solutions that we offer to help our customers boost their business and increase their consumer loyalty and satisfaction. And we actually are really guided by this main objective that Mayan also mentioned of simplifying business management by giving tools to decrease operational costs and increase sales.
Right. Okay. Thank you. So after explaining about Nayax, I think it's time to introduce ourselves, right? Okay, so I'm Mayan. I'm the training developer here at Nayax. Some of you may already see me in the previous webinars we had, and if not, so it's really nice to see you. And joining me today is Olivier. Hi, Olivier.
Hi, my name is Olivier Josefowicz. I'm Product Marketing Manager for Nayax's retail products, and I'm really happy to have you here and tell you about Nova Market. It's exciting to see so many participants from all over the world, from the US, Canada. I saw Sweden, Switzerland. Amazing. Poland. Great to have you all on the call today.
Totally. Great. Okay. So let's see today's agenda. And today we'll talk about, first we'll talk about what is micro markets and how this market is relevant for you. Then we'll dive into how Nayax can help you increase your revenue with Nova Market, alongside an amazing case study that Olivier will speak about. And we also show you how to do onboarding to the Nova Market. Lastly, we'll talk about two other products we have and how you can use them while working with Nova Market. Okay, so I think we can start. Sure. Micro markets. What is micro markets and why this market is relevant for you? Serve yourself. Micro markets are unattended retail environments where consumers can purchase products from open shelves, coolers, or freezers. The micro markets provide an improved customer experience. Consumers can review nutrition information and examine the products before purchasing. To pay, they use a self-checkout kiosk. This kind of market enables you as an operator to increase your sales within a single location while keeping the labor costs down. So that's an excellent opportunity for you, right, Olivier?
Absolutely. It's exactly true what you're saying. Micro markets are really getting more and more popular. We actually see more and more canteens in offices, manufacturing sites, and of course, universities who are switching to at least a partial self-served model. And of course, this is happening for many reasons, and COVID-19 has just been an additional and important driver for this. But there are economic reasons as well. Actually, today, 43% of vending operators already offer micromarket to their customers. So let's explore why they're doing it. So first of all, micromarkets boost sales. Micromarkets have a much greater product variety in their offering. For example, 150 products. And offering a diverse selection of products actually broadens the consumer base and leads to more sales just because more people will see the products in the micromarkets that are relevant for them. And secondly, micromarkets increase revenue. At micromarkets, consumers buy more than just one product by transaction. And most micromarkets also include products of higher prices. And all of this increases the overall revenue. Last but not least, micromarkets allow greater flexibility in the product offering because you can easily switch products. You can react to sales trends. If a product sells well, its shelf space can be increased. If it does not sell, the shelf space can be reduced. For example, on a hot day, you could replace snacks or chocolate with cold water and allocate more shelf space to water because it's in higher demand. And according to the automatic merchandiser, actually replacing vending machines with micromarkets increases sales by 80%. And of course, you can get to much more if you're working according to best practices. So let me explore now a few typical micromarket, Novamarket installations and how they look like. So first of all, we have many micromarkets with Novamarket, which are based on office locations. Some are operated by vending operators, some are operated by the office managers or HR managers of the office, and others are basically convenience stores that just add an additional location to their businesses. And then we also have what we call hybrid markets. Hybrid markets are mixed models. It can be, for example, a canteen with some staff or a cafe. And actually, one of our customers has such a location with an attended point of sales and several Novamarkets. And with this solution, you can actually offer, on one hand, speed and efficiency for those who want to be self-served, while still having staff for in-person service for those who prefer to get served by a person. And of course, this can be combined with an offering of fresh food, with the kitchen and everything. And for canteens, it's especially nice because now they can offer 24/7 service with the self-checkout.
Amazing. Great. Okay, so we spoke about micromarkets, and after explaining you that, let's talk about Novamarket and how it can help you take part in this market and increase your sales. So as we said before, the Novamarket is Nayax's solution for merchants venturing into micromarket. It's a self-checkout kiosk that's helping you increase your revenue. And you can see actually the Novamarket here in the image in this slide. So now I want to talk about your consumers and why Novamarket is the best solution for your consumers. Well, the Novamarket is a fast and intuitive checkout. The consumers need to pick their selected product, scan them, and pay. It's that easy. In addition, the consumer can purchase several items in a single transaction. Let's take me, for example. I'm working in Nayax's office here in Israel, and I guess almost every afternoon, I really want to eat and drink something. And with Nova Market, I can choose which kind of food I want from a wide variety of products and buy it with a zero Coke can and a pack of chewing gum, and all in a single transaction. Actually, that makes me really happy during the afternoon times in the office. And another great feature the Nova Market has is that it supports multiple languages. So your consumers can choose their preferred language while they are purchasing product via the Nova Market. So that was on the consumer side. And Olivia, let's talk about the operator side.
Yeah, actually, Nova Market is really a great and flexible solution for self-checkout. As we mentioned earlier, you can sell more products and products of higher value with micromarket, but most importantly, you can offer as many products as you want. We have customers with 20 to 40 products on their Nova Markets and others with almost 1,000. And if you want to change the product offering, that's not a problem. You can do this easily via our backend platform, our management platform, and also via the mobile platform that Maya will speak about later.
Yeah.
Another important advantage is that you can access comprehensive sales reports and even get instant alerts. Of course, you can also accept all forms of cashless payments, which includes credit cards, as well as Google Pay and Apple Pay, and other popular payment methods in your region. Now, Nova Market also enables you to have no restrictions when it comes to operating hours. And this can be great for a canteen, as I said before, to offer 24/7. But another nice example are hotels. When you are in your room and you want to get a Coke from the minibar, many of us do this. And once you take it, it's gone, right? You don't have another Coke, you need to get something else. So instead, what hotels can do today with Nova Market is offer a central place, for example, on each of the floors where the consumers can pick and pay as many products as they are. So this is just another application of Nova Market, which enables the 24/7 support. So last but not least, I think a very important advantage of Nova Market is that it has low startup and operation costs. And this enables you to get the micro market up and running very quickly and turn it into profits.
Right. So as we saw, really, Nova Market is the best solution, also for you and also for your consumers. And now I want to have a look at how Nova Market looks like. And so let's look at the image. The screen here is a touch screen. The consumer can click on their selected product, and you can also click on the upper left-hand side of the screen to view your admin screen. We also have the scanner when your consumers can scan their selected product. So the consumer has two options. First is to click on the touch screen, and the second is to scan their product. Then they need to pay through the payment terminal that's located above the scanner. And the payment terminal here is our known VPOS Touch. And underneath the touch screen, after the consumer purchases the product and pays, they will get a printed receipt. And but note that you can choose if you want to activate the printer or not. You don't have to do it. And now I want to show you how to use Nova Market from the consumer eyes. So let's say I want to choose mineral water. I can choose mineral water by click on mineral water here, or I can go to the category list and choose drink and then go to the mineral water. That's the first option I have. I also have the option to scan the mineral water in the scanner. After clicking mineral water, now I can see it in my basket. And the basket has all the products I chose. If I chose 1 or 3 mineral water, I will be able to see it over here. Then I will click on the checkout, and then I can pay and you see the route that takes me to the payment terminal and said, okay, you need to pay from the VPOS Touch. Afterwards, I will get my receipt from the receipt printer. And again, this is only if you want to activate it. Okay, so that's it. This is how the consumer use it, and it's very easy and intuitive.
Exactly. So now that you saw how you can use Nova Market, I'm really happy to share a nice case study with you. It's actually an established convenience store that uses our Nova Market at different office locations nearby the convenience store. So for each of those micro markets, they bought a few shelves and added around 50 products. It was very quickly set up. I can tell you they used as much as possible the things that were already available. For example, cameras that were available in the public spaces of the office. They just added a shield to deter people, and writing there is CCTV surveillance. And what they basically do is they use the stock they already have in their store to sell them in those offices nearby and simply increase their customer base without too much effort. It's also interesting to see that 15% of the sales came from alternative payment methods like Apple Pay, Sodexo, and Just Eat, and the like. And that is actually revenue that they couldn't have gotten if they were not present in those office locations. Now, on the graph, you can see the growth on one hand, and on the other hand, you can also see some impact of COVID-19, of course. And you can also see that each time when they added a new location, where you see the red asterisks, the ramp-up time was really, really fast, and very quickly the revenue grew from this new location. So you can see that this is really a win-win, and with little effort, the convenience store added locations and grew additional revenue streams. And the employees, on the other hand, well, their employees didn't need to go down to the convenience store to get some food. They got it in the micro market, and they got enhanced productivity.
Amazing. I think this case study really show how Nova Market can help you increase your sales. So thank you, Olivier, for this amazing case study. And after talking about micro markets and Nova Market, let's do the onboarding. I really want to show you how simple and easy is it to do the onboarding for the Nova Market. So your first step, of course, is to plan your store by picking location and create a master product catalog. Nova Market is a self-checkout kiosk. So as you plan your micro market, make sure you also consider the way you want to organize the products and the shelves you will need. And depending on the location, you may want to consider as well adding security cameras. So this is after picking location, you need to plan the master product catalog and to plan what you want to sell and arrange them, of course. You can choose drinks, food, and etc., other categories. So that's your first step. Your second step is to configure Nova Market in the DCS, our backend management suite, and set up a product catalog so they will be shown as you want on the Nova Market. We have a pro tip for you. Okay? Have your consumers on mind when working on the product map. Add the barcodes of the product so the consumers can scan them in the scanner, and add clear photos to be shown on the touch screen. And so if you think about the example I showed you about the mineral water, you saw an actual photos of the product we have in the Nova Market, and it makes a better user experience for the consumers. So try to be as accurate as you can. That's the second step, and let's move on to the third step, which is install the Nova Market by turning on the device. And then everything is happening automatically, actually. You will see a lot of messages on the screen, and that tell you what your next steps in order to install Nova Market. And don't worry, we also have all these screen in the Nayax University, where you can see exactly how you do this onboarding. Next, you need to manage, of course, your operation by using MoMA, our mobile management. Just a month ago, we launched the MoMA 2.0, where you have all you need to manage your operation on the go. If you need additional information about MoMA, we invite you to watch our recorded MoMA webinar and, of course, log in to the Nayax University. But Olivier will talk about it soon, so keep it on your mind. And lastly, you need, of course, to market Nova Market to prospective consumers. And you can do it using our amazing Monix wallet, our loyalty and engagement platform. You can build special offers and offer loyalty programs. And I will talk about Monix very soon in this session. So that's it. That's the onboarding. This is all what you need to do in order to activate Nova Market in your operation.
Yeah, actually, Marianne, that's not only activating. You also talked about how you can market your products at the end, which is really, really great using the different tools that we have within Nayax. So this was installing Nova Market in a nutshell.
Yeah.
But let's speak about MoMA. MoMA is Nayax's mobile management app. It's basically an extension of DCS, what Marianne mentioned just before, and it gives you the ability to monitor and control your business on the go. And it gives you a lot of capabilities. For example, check your inventory, access the sales data, update products or the product description, manage alerts, and you basically get a mobile platform that goes with you where you are, including a dashboard where you can see your complete business. So, for example, if you have additional vending machines or micro markets, you can see it on MoMA. And of course, if you just manage one single micro market, you can have it on the MoMA app. Okay. Now, this is really important because we're almost always with our phones, but most of us are also most of the time on the road without access to a PC. So this is why the MoMA app, and especially the newest version of it, is so highly appreciated by our customers.
Right. Thank you. So that's about managing the operation. And I want to speak about how you can increase sales and reduce operational costs with Monix Wallet. So Monix Wallet is Nayax payment and consumer engagement app. So you can increase your sales by offering your consumers punch card campaigns that can be customized and fits your machine's type and location. And in this way, you can promote your operation in the app. You can do, for example, a 9+1 punch card campaign specifically on your mineral water. It's summer in Israel, so we speak about mineral water a lot, and you can in this way you can encourage your consumers to buy more to get a free product. You can also offer top-up bonuses to get cash in advance. And another way to increase sales is by gamification, like the Shake and Win game. So after the consumer purchase, they can shake their phone like that and get cash back from Nayax. This is a very fun game.
Yeah, that's so true. And actually, often before I pick up the kids from school, I get some snacks for them, mostly chocolate. And I have so much fun with the shaking because I always check how much money I made and compare it to how I've done previously. And sometimes I even go back to the office and check with my colleagues how much they did that day. It's really a great way of using gamification in our industry.
Yes. And all of us are still children. We still like to play. So it's really fun gamification. And lastly, I want to talk about one of our best feature named Instant Refund. So you no longer need to send your consumer an actual refund. Let's say the consumer stand in front of your Nova Market and accidentally the scanner didn't work for some reason, or he or she was charged twice. Okay, so they need to get the refund. Up until now, they need to call you, and you will send them an actual card that costs a lot, the delivery, the card itself. And for now, when they are standing in front of your Nova Market, you can send them immediate consumer refund directly to the consumer in-app balance. So that raises up the satisfaction of your consumers, and this is one of the best way to keep your consumers' loyalty. So Monix has a lot of features that are relevant for you in order to increase sales and reduce operational costs.
Okay, so as you've seen, you can use Nova Market to either add additional revenue streams to your existing business, or add a self-checkout kiosk to an office, hotel, or a convenience store. If you're looking for additional information, please be in touch with us, and we'll also send you some additional material like the one-pager, link to our website, and the recording of this webinar in an email that we will send to you after this webinar.
Yes. And don't forget, we also have the Nayax University. This is my own personal project, and this is why I'm talking so much about Nayax University. So the Nayax University is our learning platform, which has all the information and tutorials you need to get started with Nova Market. I keep working on new courses for you in order to help you increase your sales. So if you have any missing content or any additional thing that you want to add to the Nayax University, please contact me, and I will make sure that all of the things will be available for you as soon as possible. And to log into the Nayax University, you just need to go to the DCS and click on the university icon there, and you will be on the Nayax University. Okay, back to you, Olivia.
Okay, so what's in the pipeline? Actually, it's very exciting to see that we have a couple of things in the pipeline and even more later on, but this is what we're working on for October. We will add digital receipts, which are a great way for merchants and operators to save operational costs, because you don't have to change the paper rolls. Right. There is much more to it, and you will learn about it at a later stage. And we were also adding a kitchen printer, which again helps you to be more efficient if you have a kitchen in the micro market or in the hybrid market, and you want to have orders into the kitchen. That's a very efficient way to get it printed automatically there, to get the order printed automatically there. And last but not least, we'll also have advertisements, so you can use the space, the screen of Nova Market while nobody's using it as an advertisement space.
Oops, sorry about it.
Okay.
But that's the right time, actually. So we arrived to the question time. I see that we have a few questions on the chat and the Q&A, and let's have a look.
And also, if you haven't seen the Q&A and chat function, it's on the bottom of your screen. You should see Q&A and chat, and you can post your questions on the Q&A. In the meantime, we can maybe mention a few of them. There was a question about global numbers of micro markets. Actually, the numbers that I've cited earlier are mostly from the North American market, which has been a very early adapter of micro markets. And you can find a lot of information about micro markets, especially in English, but that's not reflecting what's happening in the world. We see in Europe, for example, our colleagues in Europe, they speak about many different applications of micro markets that are already happening in France, in the Nordics, in the DACH region, Switzerland and Germany. It's really something that is coming up faster and faster. So we're implementing this more slowly in other regions than in the US, but it's definitely coming up. It's definitely a trend that you have to watch. We don't have figures right now, but I'm sure that as we continue to sell this product in Europe and other regions, we will see the figures and we'll be able to share more about it probably in a year or two.
Yeah, great. Okay, Emma asked about the camera, but I saw anyone that answer her.
So there was a question about cameras. Actually, Nova Market itself does not have an active camera. We do not believe that every customer wants to have this activated, and in some regions you also have legal restrictions. So that's why we believe that if you have the need of cameras, you should use them outside of the device, and manage it as well outside of the device.
Okay, great.
There was another question about branding. So we have some branding options today. One is on the screen on the top left side, you can have your logo. As I mentioned, we're working on a solution that we're going to release soon about advertisement that you can use while the screen is not being used. And other options for branding are on the receipt, on the printed receipt, you can add your logo.
Yes.
And of course, on the digital receipt, you can add logos, you can add videos, you have almost no limits in how you can use that to provide an interactive experience to your consumers.
And also, Olivia, on the Monix wallet, you can create your own prepaid card and with your own logo, and you can do also machine branding. So it's another way to do promotion and to offer special loyalty discounts and all the things you want.
That's indeed very powerful to leverage Monix as a branding tool for you.
Yep.
With your images and logos and everything. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's see. We have some few more.
So we also have question about pricing. Whenever you have a question about pricing, you can ask them in the chat. That's excellent, and we will forward it to sales and let sales contact you.
Yes.
That's obviously the commercial aspect is a local aspect that we're not sharing on a global webinar.
Okay. Another question we had is about is from Jed. Can you see it, Olivia? Market in the North America.
Yeah, that's what we mentioned at the beginning.
Right. And
well, so maybe just one more from Kelly around the barcode. So the barcode is something you manually add in the backend in DCS. And as we mentioned before, it's very important for ease of use for the customers. And again, it depends on the size of your micro market. If it is a small micro market, you can make it based on the on-screen selection. If it's a bigger micro market, then it's obviously preferable to have all the barcodes set in the system.
Okay. We have a question from Andrew.
So there are questions again about local availability and local pricing. You're right, this is a new product. But we're definitely, whenever you have interest and you want to have pricing and release data, and when it is available in each of the regions, just write us in the chat with your region and with your question, and we'll make sure sales contacts you and gets in touch with you as quickly as possible.
Yes. That the system comes with preloaded barcodes.
So today we don't have the question. I'm not quite sure what you mean with preloaded barcode. If you mean, for example, for your region, the barcodes for a Coke, mineral water, and so on, we do not have such a solution currently, but it's something that is on our roadmap.
Okay. We have another question for Sean. I hope I pronounce your name right. Do you offer more than one version? Do you have a system for small locations, perhaps without the screen, but with a scanner and reader? Nice question,
okay.
Right?
So that's an interesting question. because we're really supporting all kinds of locations, and you can have only the card reader, but then obviously you don't have the availability to the option to select the product in such an easy way like you can do on Nova Market. So there is really a great advantage in using Nova Market, but again, you can also just get the card reader, which is called VPOS Touch. We can send you as well a link to the relevant information and have sales contact you if you have more questions around that. Maybe just something to add for the ease of use of the installer, operator, merchant. We use a standard product. Okay, when I say standard product, it means that the size of the screen is the same size for each Nova Market. But it also means that you can use the same Nova Market for smaller micro markets like the one in our office that Marianne mentioned, which has around 40 products, I believe. And you can use the same micro markets. Maybe you need a couple more because you have more people when you have a bigger shop like the one that I mentioned, the micro markets that we have here as well, by the way, in Israel, which uses 3, and on the other one, he uses 6 Nova Markets. But you use the same, and you can display and search endless number of products. As I said, from 20 to 40 up to 1,000 and more. It's not an issue at all.
Olivier, we have another question from Ricardo.
So I cannot see it. Oh, here you go.
Can you read it just for the other people to see, to understand?
So Ricardo is asking a question about checkout free solution. I'm not sure what you mean. Can you specify your question, please? Yeah. And of course, if others have more questions, feel free to ask them. And Ricardo, I have a feeling that your question might be very specific, so we can be in touch after this webinar. You see our email addresses on the screen, so you can write to us, and we'll be in touch about that.
They'll ask about if can each Nova Market have their own catalog and pricing. So yes, of course.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's an interesting question because it means you can combine Nova Markets. You can say, for example, I have here 3 Nova Markets in this store and have a combined product map. And you can have, if you have several micro markets, for each of them, the individual product map.
Yep. And I see that Eliran also answered. Great.
Eliran is really quick.
Thank you, Eliran, for being with us. Okay. Any other questions? We're here for you. Okay, I see on the Q&A. Let's see. Can we use RFID cards with the Nova Market, which will allow us to bill the customers at the end of each month from product purchases?
Okay, so I see that probably connects to other questions as well from Ricardo and Francisco. Not at this stage, but it's something that we're considering. Maybe if you can write the regions where you're coming from in the chat box or in the Q&A, that will be really interesting, and we will get back to you when it's relevant for this specific market.
Okay.
So Kelly is asking a question about fees, and I do, because I see so much interest in the product from so many different people from different regions, I will speak a little bit about how the commercial aspects look like in a generic way. So first of all, you have to acquire the Nova Market, and you're paying a monthly software fee. And then you also paying per transaction. Okay, so there are 3 different fees that you have to consider. I do want to say that we have very attractive pricing for both for the initial acquiring of the Nova Market, and as well the service fee and the transaction fee. I just want to add one more question, one more thing that I get from a question here about support. So we're also working on 24/7 support, so that when you have a question, a need during the nighttime or on the weekends, we will have the ability to help you remotely, of course, but we will have the ability to help you, which is as well a very important thing for many of our customers.
Right. Okay. Okay, so if you have more questions, you can always write us, and we will answer everything. And we do want to say thank you. Thank you for being with us today and listen to us. It's really nice to see you and see the question you have. So see you next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for your participation, for all of the questions. That's really exciting to see. And look forward to hearing from you via email. And have a nice rest of the day.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being with us. Bye-bye.